Disco Dazzler Twisted Fate has risen in power after this recent patch, becoming a top meta in challenger lobbies. This video dissects everything you need to know about mastering this comp, even in competitive lobbies. Before getting into the gameplay, let us know the core units of our comp. 5 units form the core: Twisted Fate as the main carry, Blitzcrank as the stalwart tank, Nami for both Disco and Dazzler buffs, Gragas for Disco synergy, and Echo for additional power and flexibility. At level 8, the ideal board expands with Trickster Lulu bolstering Disco and Ziggs adding Hyperpop while providing crowd control and magic shred. Other situational options include Ziggs with Sona, Ileoi, Thresh, or Yorick. Now into the gameplay, it's the first augment selection time. We got a great choice of augments to choose from, like Double the Funk, the OL Razzle Dazzle, Jeweled Lotus, Magic Wand, Crash Test Dummies, You Have My Bow, and Stationary Support. We can also focus on getting faster leveling up and economic augments such as Hedge Fund or Level Up as we focus on getting high-cost headliners. In this game, I picked the Stationary Support as I already mentioned it, a good value augment for this comp, granting us an additional support item with a training dummy. This should be our ideal early game plan. Start with 3 Disco units and an AP item holder for Twisted Fate, ideally barred. Flexible items like Spear of Shojin and tank items are valuable early on. Aim to be on a winning streak and reach level 8 efficiently. Make sure to pick the headliner for the first battle. Waiting for the required headliner could cost us some rounds. We might not hit early Disco units, like this game. In that case, we have to make sure to play the best units on the board. Luckily, I got my Spear of Shojin ready with me up front. As we aim for a winning streak, in the first carousel we can get only what is left. And if we have a choice of picking a spat from the carousel, I wouldn't recommend it. On spat crafting, only option we got here is a true damage emblem, yet it isn't optimal, so focus on Tactician's Crown instead if possible. Stage 3 to 1 offers more direction. Prioritize playing 3 Disco or 2 Dazzler units for specific augments such as either Double the Funk or the OL Razzle Dazzle. Consider rolling at level 6 if struggling. Utilize strong 2 or 3 cost carries like Bard and Lux. Level 7 hit rate for TF is lower now, so adapt to your situation. I picked the Keepers as my second augment, granting a minimal health shield for my units. After augment selection, go for a new headliner option if we don't have what we need, in this case, a Gragas. Make sure to pre-level to level 6 to get an increased possibility of a 2-cost headliner. We got a Gragas with a Bruiser headliner here, yet a Disco would have been great. As I spectated my opponents, I found a competitor for this Disco comp, already a TF with a couple of items. I have to move to level 8 earlier to get the TF headliner. Thus we will further be discussing what to do when we are being competed with this comp. In the normal scenario, stage 4 to 1 marks the true endgame. Assess whether to fast 8 or roll at level 7 based on your situation. Level 8 grants powerful forecast headliners and a higher Ziggs chance, but rolling may be necessary to avoid early losses. On headliner selection, both Disco and Dazzler Twisted Fate headliners shine, while Disco Blitzcrank can also work. The final board adapts according to headliners and acquired units, with the core 5 always being the foundation. For the third augment, I picked the Capricious Forge, which gives a blacksmith's glove, granting a couple of random artifact items with great value. As I was in an urge to get the TF, I quickly moved to level 8 and rolled for the headliner, which resulted in getting a Blitzcrank Disco headliner while the TF still evaded. Luckily, I got an Ileoi, which can be a part of our final board. Let us know about the itemization strategy. For Twisted Fate, Spear of Shojin is the core item for frequent mana resets, followed by an AP damage item like Archangel's Staff, Death Cap, or Jewel Gauntlet, and either another AP item or an attack speed item such as Gnasher's Tooth or Rageblade to further boost his spellcasting and overall efficiency. For our tank Blitzcrank, items are key, but prioritize those that differ from conventional tanks. Ionic Spark can only be slammed early, and Redemption, Crown Guard, Steadfast Heart, Gargoyle Stoneplate are excellent choices. Excess defensive items goes on Echo. For our second carry Ziggs, prioritize mana items like Blue Buff and Shojin to amplify his spellcasting and shred enemy magic resist. same as items used for TF. If not relying on Ionic Spark, consider a mix of AP and mana items. I slammed the tank items on Echo as I gave the blacksmith's glove for the Blitzcrank. My opponents have become stronger now, and with no gold left in a rush for Twisted Fate, I wanted to make a comeback here. My disco competitor already got a Twisted Fate 2 and 2 more copies on the bench. Our next aim is to at least get the Ziggs before him and make him our primary carry. Once I got the Ziggs, I slammed the items on it. Positioning also matters a lot. Make sure to spectate your opponents and position the disco balls and Aleoi's tentacles accordingly. Make sure that our core units don't die earlier. Lucian with a Rage Blade and in the disco floor gave us an immense value. To compete against comps which are similar to what we play, we either have to max out the units first or level up and play the ideal board earlier. In this case, as Twisted Fate still keeps on evading, I moved to level 9. I even tried the Sona with the Rage Blade, but with Twisted Fate absence we were still short of something. To assist Ziggs, I picked an Ionic Spark from the 5 to 4 carousel. Feel free to pick Disco, Dazzler emblems from the carousels if required. Finally, I got my first Twisted Fate, hoping to win from here. Another face-off with the fellow disco competitor resulted in a loss, yet our Ziggs is doing a hefty amount of damage. Then I hit Ziggs 2 and gave an Archangel's Staff to TF. As we already have a couple of Rage Blades and more attack speed, I played Kiana for an extra true damage bonus for Echo. We are down to 15 HP. This time we got the better of the disco competitor. Finally we got a TF2. As you can see already we both got into the top 4, showcasing how dominating this comp is. Here in this battle you can see the support offered by our Nami and Kiana in taking out a maxed out 8-bit Riven and Edgelord's comp. The competitor also got eliminated this round. We were also dominating against another meta pentakill comp. And in the end we secured the top 1 position comfortably. Remember, flexibility, adaptation, and strategic decision-making are key to conquering your opponents. That's it for the video. Hope you liked the content. Do try it out and let us know in the comments below. For more interesting TFT Challenger contents, subscribe to our channel Item Swap.